Hey guys, how you doing? It is just me for the moment here. It's Sunday. It is our typical hangout day. Hopefully you guys are having a good time there. It's I hate working Sundays. I guess I just hate working in general anymore. Kind of tired of it. Um, but been a good day. Got to throw down some Star Wars X-wing. Got a video of that. We'll get together and get it put up for you on YouTube there, and share to the group and such. And we will get that going for you there. All right, there, Brian. Hold on just a second there. I just got this up and going. For some reason, it reset everything, so I had to set everything on there. Okie dokie. There's the link. It should be coming through there. Oh, a few places there. Should have went to Twitch and should have went to. Yeah, it looks like I went to YouTube because you're there, Brian. So very good, very good. Just wanted to make sure it's there on the Gamers of Coffee. Yep. All right. So there we go. Sometimes takes a minute or two to get it going.
What's up, man?
Here we go, Brian. How are you, sir?
Good, just chilling.
Yeah, we just got back. We ran a little bit over. We went to the coffee shop that we hang out at. They got their extra room there that they let us use, and we did some Star Wars X-wing.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Got some gaming in, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the video up. Ashley would have been here, but so my camera that I used to video, record with is a Canon, and so the battery, you got two batteries because they don't last too long in those things, and so she left the charger and the battery stuck to the wall there.
Oh shit!
And it's
At
like
the coffee shop?
Yeah, she's like, oh my God. So she called them and she's heading over there now because to rebuy the charger and the battery is like $80-100. So
What?
What are you doing there?
I'm just talking to Greg, man. What?
Come out!
Okay, hold on.
Man.
sound like
I'm not on the toilet. I was sitting on the toilet, but not on the toilet.
so. Not really. All right. So Ashley there is monitoring it and says it sounds good. Hello, Mel.
She ran off. Scared her.
I thought you were in there talking to somebody secretive on it. Was just me. No, nothing fancy there.
No, she's playing her damn farming game.
Oh yeah, that's addictive. You're not the only one that says that. So.
It's just like a decompression thing for her.
Yeah, but that's what gaming's supposed to be for.
It's true. So, yeah. Well, hopefully you get your wires back.
Oh yeah, they said that it's there. Matter of fact, I think we got some converted people, dude, because
Oh, cool.
every weekend we've been going there, and because it's a free conference room, I can't say the name of the company because I don't know. They don't
Why can't
sponsor
you?
us or nothing, but it's our local coffee shop.
I know, I'm sure you could just name them. I mean, it's not like you just worried that something weird will happen.
No, it's not a matter of worry. It's like I thought, I want to have permission from the owner to mention them is all. But yeah, but locally, it's a big franchise. It's not the one with all the stars.
We could play let's play 20 questions. Is it a coffee shop?
It's a coffee shop.
It's a national chain?
Yep.
Is it expensive?
Well, they're all expensive. I mean, this is America, man. Coffee here is, $4 or $5.
Are they based out of Seattle, Washington? Their HQ?
I don't know. It's not the one with the stars and the bucks.
Oh.
That one. It's the other one. You don't ride a bike, you ride not a moped, but something like a moped.
A motorcycle?
Like a scooter.
A scooter? Man, I don't know, dude. Honestly,
yeah.
I don't even drink coffee.
So,
I'm like the worst guest. I don't even drink coffee.
No, well, but coffee shops have all sorts of drinks other than just coffee.
That's true.
So, coffee's their mainstay, but anyways, they have a really cool conference area, and so it's free to use. So we go in there every Sunday and grab a coffee because they're kind enough to let us do it. So in return, we buy something to drink while we're there.
That's cool.
It helps them. We get to game, and so at least now once a week, the last several weeks we've been gaming. So before I was having trouble trying to get games in. Now at least once a week it's a group thing. So
That's cool.
D never played Star Wars X-Wing, so we have all these miniatures, a whole tote full of them. Like, we'll do that because you don't need to buy nothing. We already got it. I mean, so
It's a pretty easy game to pick up.
yeah, once you pick it up, but it's actually quite nice the way it's out because you can either go simple or you could use all this other stuff in
All
advance.
cards and all that crap.
Plus the miniatures are pre-painted.
Yeah.
So
It's not a huge investment too to just kind of get in.
$35,
Yeah.
$40, and two people are going to be able to play, and you got everything you need. And I mean, I showed you those die cut ones, the turn movement tokens they have.
Yeah.
So we ordered ours from Litco just to have Gamers of Coffee printed on it, but we played it enough that it was worth it. And then that storm hit us last year, and then we actually haven't drug it out since before the storm, so almost a year.
Wow.
So I thought, why not? Ashley's talking smack in the chat. You guys got your butts handed to you, she says.
Let me guess. She was like the Death Star, right?
No, she was kind of cranky today and didn't want to play, so she did the video part. Yeah.
So she was just talking smack to everybody, huh?
Yeah. Well, yep. And so then it was Keegan. He decided to use the Millennium Falcon and be Han Solo because it's Keegan, which is a nasty ship because the configuration with it lets you shoot in any direction. You're not restricted to a line of sight on that one. So he ultimately won. We just had the little TIE fighters. They're fast, but they're designed to be fast, to come in, do some firepower, but they're not heavily armored. They're
no shields, no missiles.
No missiles. They got one shield.
Do they have shield? Really?
Yeah, like a light shield.
Huh.
Just one, and then they can only take 3 hits, so you can wipe them out with one roll.
Yeah.
Because depending on it's just like any other game. I mean, it depends on your character or your model, what you're going to roll for your attack. But Keegan, I think he could roll 3 at a time. So literally, if you got 3 hits, there goes your.
I had actually bought because I was when it first came out, the first edition. When it first came out, I played. I had a bunch of guys that played it, and I bought a couple of B-wings.
Oh yeah, I got one of those. Those are kind of cool.
Those are awesome. So I just used some B-wings, and I think whatever else to fill in the points. But that's the extent of what I had bought.
Well, what we got was a couple of years ago. We just went and I got the red and the blue starter box.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason was at the time they were normally $29, but the shop was having a sale, so you could get each one for $19. So
there you go.
So literally, I got both sets with Luke Skywalker and that, and I thought, why not? I got the kids because this was 5-6 years ago, so they were not grown up and moved out yet, and they loved it. My son had a part-time job. He went out and bought his own ship, so we have a tote full of stuff.
That's cool.
And we played it all the time as a family because it was just fun and fast. And anyways, I enjoy the game, as you can tell. I like it.
Yeah.
But D has never played, and I'm like, nope, you don't need to buy nothing, And hello, Taylor. How are you, sir? Glad you joined in.
Taylor, what's up, Eric?
Oh, he's just having all sorts of fun. I think he's still on vacation in the Bahamas. Isn't that what he said?
I'm telling you, man.
He goes every week. I don't get this. I'm flying to France thing for dinner, but if you can afford it, you can afford it. See, he says he's doing great. That's good to hear.
He just finished putting together a Pulp Alley gang, and it's like what are they, like Scotsmen or I don't know, something. It's pretty cool looking. Good paint jobs, dude.
Yeah, he really likes that. I watch his channel there too. Hello, D.
What's up, D?
So it's just been, it was at least a little relaxing afternoon. You ever have a day that starts off bad and then it ends up okay?
Yeah,
Mm,
I'll have a lot of those, dude.
yeah, I bet.
I really do.
Well, you need to stop being so cheap, Brian, and start spending some of those gold bars you got. Hoarding them's just not going to do you no good. Like, you don't need to keep them.
It's true. I mean, you know, everybody succumbs to it, you know, at a certain degree, but you just got to stay positive or you'll just eat yourself up with worry and grief and all that crap.
Well, it's hard because of for me, it's hard because I see a lot of things going on. But
Yeah.
on the other hand, there's not a lot you can do about a lot of things. And
That's true.
there's enough people not paying attention that have like zero clue in life. They're not going to do anything. So you really can't do much on your own other than, okay, I'm kind of like G.I. Joe in the sense that knowing is half the battle.
It's true.
So people will go, some people I've heard say, oh, Greg, don't worry about it. They're mistaking me for worrying about it. What I'm interested in what's going on
Yeah.
is to me different than worry. Like I don't sit there and go, my God. I mean, I see what's happening. I'm sure you do. Most people do. But you just kind of got to ride the storm, man.
I mean, you can only control what you can control, right?
Can't even control dice.
I'm telling you, man.
So,
can't change the world,
mhm.
but you don't have to succumb to it either.
No, I think it's overwhelming to a lot of people, and that's why we try to be positive as much as we can, like this here. You know, if you feel you can't go outside or you're in an area where you can or whatever, you can get on and say hi. People got to see people's faces, like I told you before.
Yeah.
You got to have interaction, man. Human beings are social people.
I mean, we're you know, we're a social creature, you know, and
Yeah.
being locked up or in whatever fashion, you know, especially against your will. That's a whole other beast.
That's a beast because
You know,
it is. And so
either by fear or by force or by circumstance, man. It's the same crap. You know?
Well, that's why to me this is every week I'm going to show up here because honestly that was part of it. Like I said before, there's reasons I started this group, but not for the same reasons most people think. I explained to you on some things how it, but more or less I want to be able to meet people too. There's games I've learned about that I didn't know. You have a lot more experience with. You remember a lot more stuff than I did. Until the time you were gaming younger, I was doing a lot of work. My dad had left. I didn't have a lot of time for games then. So my knowledge on some things is very little, and on others is good. So I feel cold.
I feel cold. Uh-oh.
Oh, dude, I bet Ash is going to show up.
There's an impending doom, just a
Ash
pressure.
I can feel
the door opens up.
I'll bet she'll arrive.
5, 4, 3. What are you guys talking about?
Nothing. So Taylor, we're
dude.
talking about Taylor. Taylor says Jacobites for a very British Civil War.
Oh, Jacobites, yeah. Yeah, he's playing the very British Civil War, man. Okay, so the guy who wrote that sent me his source books, right? And I'm reading it, and it is so. The guys who wrote this really know, like, Britain. You know, they know the different factions and the different, like, issues, social issues, and economic issues in the country at that time. So it's pretty interesting read. It's really heavy and it's really thought out. It's a great set of books.
That's cool, and I'll tell you one thing that I kind of miss is I don't have as much time to read. Actually, it just seems like life doesn't give you much time anymore at all. So
I hear that.
I have to try to pick and choose what I do with my time. And I you look around the day and I'm like, why is it that I worked more, but I had more time to go fishing, read, do other things? Now it's like life is nonstop. See Ashley's home, guys.
What's up, Ash?
He says,
Hiya.
he says, what's up?
What's the poll doing down again?
In case Mythos shows up, throw some dollars down. Aren't we going to be doing the dice?
Yeah,
thing?
but
Shake
not
it, baby.
until the end.
Shake it, baby.
So I can't have the pull down now. Fine. There. Are you happy now? Not so cranky.
You're trapped in a corner. Keep running your mouth.
Ooh, damn! It has begun.
I'm going to do what some of the famous people have said in the last month. You know, the ones that died or disappeared. I don't intend to commit any harm if I disappear. Please
We
know
know
it
who
wasn't
to,
on
who
my
to
own.
ask first, right?
I'm just saying that, yeah.
That's right. All they got to do is rewind this podcast, and guess what? Guilty.
They have to find the podcast first.
Oh, well, it's out there in the public.
It's on the internet. It's there forever. Trust me, I know. Ever. Don't ever put anything on the internet you don't want people to see because it never
He's done
goes
something
away.
that he doesn't want people to see.
Oh shit! I wasn't on the toilet. I was sitting on the toilet. I wasn't on the toilet.
He stood up from talking to me and he was on the toilet, live on the air. You might say the show's in the toilet. No. Oh, Taylor says he agrees with you, Brian. And D says hello, Brian. And asks how
What's up, dudes? And thank you, Eric. You're a good man because you agree with me.
On what though? What did he agree?
Everything.
Shut up.
he agrees with. Hey, we agree to disagree.
There you go.
Yeah.
See,
So-
that's the hard. Listen, that's the hard thing in life, guys. We're all individuals. We're not a collective. We're not a friggin' we're all
We're not?
individuals.
That's
And
not
we've
the
got to
narrative.
learn. Yeah, we got to learn to like live with people you freaking disagree with.
We do.
It's not easy, but you got to do it.
Where are you coming up with these strange concepts, sir?
I know, it's crazy. It's called being old and wisdom.
D says, I guess there's a funeral next week at the coffee shop. Maybe that's
Oh, that sucks.
Well, she was kind enough to say a 21 melted gun salute. That'll work. Of course, coffee shop
Wait.
won't be there when you fire them things
The
off.
coffee shops. Wait, I'm confused.
It's like
Because
like a what do they call them, a wake?
Yeah.
Man, I want my wake to be like hookers and blow.
Oh my god.
Everybody have fun.
Smack him. Smack him.
Did you guys ever see that? I guess there was a guy when the Powerball was like $1 bazillion. Some news reporter walked in to some convenience store and there's a big line, people buying lotto tickets, right? And he goes, she asked this one guy, "Oh, I'm going to buy a house for my kids," or blah, blah, blah. And this one guy goes, "So, excuse me, sir, what would you do if you won?" He's like, "Hookers and blow."
Yeah.
Like national television. It was pretty funny. And she's like, "All righty then."
Well, yeah, it's because sometimes the newscasters are expecting you to be like PC or something, or whatever.
It was funny.
PG.
No,
not
PC,
PC.
Ashley, politically correct.
Oh.
It was hilarious.
No one
though.
says PC for politically correct.
Yeah, they do. They say it in the news all the time.
I use it.
You're not paying attention.
You're old. You hush.
I know anybody with gray, that's an acceptable term. What do they call it? Woke?
You're
I
gonna
guess
get smacked.
It's called woke now, I guess.
You don't-
Politically correct stuff is
you
called
don't-
woke.
Now, there's awake and then there's woke. Woke is the version they want you to
And
do.
you ain't gonna find no grays in my hair.
What?
You ain't gonna find no grays in my hair.
That's because you dye it all the time.
I just
Oh,
dyed it
yeah.
like 2 days ago. You ain't gonna find nothing.
It's like Mel. It's like it's pink and then it's red and then it's just bleached and then it's pink again.
At least I keep with the same colors.
Yeah.
I did do blue. Actually, I think I've done pink too. And purple.
So the coffee
Pink
shop
is
still
awesome.
had our battery pack.
Yes. I put it in the back.
So that's a relief that we got that.
Woke are the zombies. Awake is for real people.
Yes,
According
Taylor.
to Taylor.
The sleepers have awakened. Little sci-fi trivia if you guys know what that means. No?
Sleepers have awakened. I don't know. What,
Come on,
what-
guys. Where you guys been?
Well,
guess
not
under
all
a
of us get
rock.
to watch TV all the time. I might know the show. Sci-fi. The most show I watched on sci-fi was Stargate. I
Well,
love
not
that.
sci-fi. I mean, like sci-fi in the genre.
Oh. What sleepers?
Paul Muad'Dib. Yeah, that is.
Dune.
There you go. Who gets a cookie?
Taylor.
Taylor,
gets
good
a
job,
cookie.
Eric. Eric gets a cookie. Good job, brother. Those are some great books, man. If you want to read some epic like politics and sci-fi and just man, Dune is great. It's a great series of books. I love David Lynch's Dune. I freaking loved it. I don't
thought
know about
Dune
this
was-
new one though.
The
coming
old
out.
Dune movie was interesting. Yeah, I don't know if can't say I loved it. It was just kind
Oh, I loved it. David Lynch is such a weirdo. He's great.
of. Well, hello. I think that's Kaiser there.
Where?
Modeling for
Yes.
Advantage. David Lynch. Yeah. So
Because it's normally
Yeah,
it'd say Johnny B on it.
what?
If it's
I
me.
haven't seen him.
He was
Yeah,
up
just
on
the one time.
the Frost and Pistons a few weeks ago.
I'm saying
Maybe a month
hello,
ago.
Kaiser. Hopefully you're doing good out there.
That is late.
Yeah. But he's allowed to stay up late. He's an adult.
It's a
That's
Sunday.
okay.
He has work tomorrow.
Hey Kaiser, did you get any of that rain that's hitting Europe over there?
Like Germany got flooded.
Yeah,
Wow.
Germany got hit bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I got
saw
some
pictures
buddies in
and
there, but
videos.
they're okay. But he says it's pretty rough.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty devastating footage on the floods there.
I know Canada got hit with a massive storm yesterday. No, the day before. No, yesterday.
All of Canada, the whole
I-
place.
I don't know. One of my Xbox friends live in Canada, so he was getting hit with a pretty decent little storm.
So, Kaiser, what is hot in the UK? Because I'm in Texas.
Yeah, I'd say it
It's
depends
like
on where you're at.
consistent 100 plus here.
Yeah, Taylor says Newberry,
F2.
F2 tornado.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Actually, I
because
think
that's-
that's right about where
there's-
they are.
Or was it? I don't know. There's been a lot of like super destructive weather the last couple of weeks after the ocean was on fire. There was a couple of those, and then now you've had all this weird tornado activity. Is it Chechnya? They never get tornadoes or something in the Czech area, and their town just got wiped out.
In
Don't
Chechnya?
Yeah, I don't
Or
speak
Czech-
a lot of Russian, so I was watching it.
30 degrees Celsius.
Oh man.
Uh,
Do the math.
Kaiser, we
everybody.
need Fahrenheit. honey.
Fahrenheit.
I don't know what 30.
Remember,
degrees
we're
is.
your rebellious cousins. We did away with that stuff.
We can find out.
I don't even remember what the conversion is.
That's what I'm looking up right now.
I don't even remember how. I think it's like plus 30 or plus 20 or some shit like that. I can't remember. Here, I'll plug it in.
86 degrees
86
Fahrenheit.
degrees.
Oh, 86. Wow. That's a pretty good temperature to start sweating at.
That's not too bad.
That's not say that's pretty normal around here.
Is it humid? I wouldn't think the UK's too well, I don't know. It's an island, so it could be pretty humid, I guess. I mean, I know you guys have a lot of humidity, you know, like rain and smog, or not smog, but fog and stuff.
See, right now it's 82 here.
Yeah, for us, that's not bad. I mean, normally it's like 90s and then humidity. The problem with the humidity is when you get to 100% humidity, like if it's 90 degrees
dude,
and 90% humidity, it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah,
Like right
breathing
now,
soup.
it's 91 here, but the heat index makes it's like 100.
Oh,
Well, Kaiser
I just said
answered
yes. It's a
our question on that.
I had to fill stuff up with heat.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow. When it gets hot and sticky like that,
Oh.
it makes it miserable.
Dude, I don't know how people in Texas get like leather seats. I'm like, are you nuts?
We have leather seats in
You
our
need a
one
spatula
car.
to get out of
and
that car
sucks.
during the summer. It's nuts.
Taylor's having fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is 39 Celsius. which is probably closer, probably to 100 up there right now. 102
Wow, Taylor, that's
up in
hot.
Canada.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you
All right.
expect it to get warm in the summer, but some of it's just been catastrophic.
Did
And
you want the formula to do Celsius? Because there's no way in hell I would remember it.
Yeah, hook us up.
It's let's see, whatever the Celsius is times 9/5 plus 32 degrees.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who came up with that, but either way, as long as it converts over,
I
and
knew it was plus 30 something, and then I
it's
missed it.
32. They taught us in school, but the problem is we never use it here.
Yeah, I was
So
about to
you
say
learn-
we might have learned it that one year, but but we don't use it, so we forget it. I took Spanish, I took Latin in college. I don't remember shit.
well,
Oh, Clint's on here too.
some. Well, that's Clint's. He says he has no issues with his leather seats because he has air conditioning. Yeah. So, so Kaiser says he's poorly adapted to it out there. Yeah. Now, see, you can have weeks of that here in Iowa. You could have weeks in a row where it's just
What was
high
that video you
humidity.
showed me off of TikTok?
we have
Arizona had
months.
148 degree heat.
Yeah.
The guy was literally standing there just dripping. It's like, ew.
Oh, dude, they said that in Death Valley, it reached like 150
Yeah.
last week.
Arizona had 148. The guy was out there. He put a banana in tinfoil, rolled it up, set it on the ground, and cooked it. And it just, I'm
It
like,
mushed. It literally.
I've cooked eggs out on the sidewalk before.
well, there you go. I mean, I've heard of sidewalk cafes.
He went
but-
and said, Clint, you don't wear shorts or a skirt, which is true. And Clint's like, oh, details.
I don't know.
You don't wear shorts?
We've known Clint for what, 3 years, 4 years now?
Longer.
Longer than that. I'd say I've never seen him wear shorts.
Uh-oh, he's got some sexy legs or something, huh? Trying to hide
He's
them.
probably he's gonna
I
hide
don't
them
know.
and send you pictures of them.
Well,
I rarely see my husband in shorts. That should tell you something.
He's trying to
Well,
hide
I-
his cloven hooves.
Mhm. So yeah, so I'm sorry it's that hot out there, you guys. It sucks, but other places it's been interesting to watch the weather. I know it's not necessarily a gaming topic, but it's been
Hell yeah, it's
weird.
perfect weather for gaming. Keep your ass inside.
Well, like today, Kaiser, I don't know if you heard, but we went to our local coffee shop here. They have a conference room that we get to use for free, or anybody can if you're going in there. And we just buy some cold drinks. It's an air-conditioned room, and sat down and played some X-Wing. And I'll get that video up probably after we're done with this.
Yeah, we literally did basic to the basic, like nothing on the cards, just the hit markers.
Yeah, it was fun, but you got to just at that
Start
point,
at the basic.
it's too hot to do anything. Because I enjoy fishing once in a while. I don't.
It's too
Care
damn
to
hot
eat
fishing.
fish
I'm
too
not
much,
sitting by
but-
water and getting eaten by mosquitoes.
Mosquito.
Well, the cool thing
Flies for us.
with Ashley was like when the mosquitoes flap. and
Go
bite
for
her,
it. You're gonna get smacked.
They generally go. A
You're
few
gonna
feet
get
and they
smacked.
die. So it's mosquito. It helps. I'm like, what?
I don't even have to smack him. I'll just tickle him.
Mosquito control.
Oh, tickles,
He
huh?
hates worse. He hates that worse. I think he
Okay,
rather
so-
thinks I'm gonna
Hey
hit.
Ash, I sent you a picture of like tan lines of various sports activities. Okay,
Oh God.
you should check it out because there's like there's like water skiing and then there's soccer player and then there's and then there's gamer.
Gamer.
You can see what a
Oh,
gamer
God.
tan looks like. It's pretty funny.
White as fuck.
A lot of gamers don't get out.
This one says Counter Strike, but it's supposed to be like video gamer or gamer in general.
Yep.
It's
You gotta
pretty
get
funny.
outside and get some air and get some sun once in a while.
Who's Valeric?
Wow, that's funny. I don't know where you come up with some of the stuff you find,
Dude,
but it's okay.
I'm all over the net.
Yeah,
and
we've
it's a
seen the
dark
warnings.
place sometimes.
We've seen the warnings.
And what's funny is the scuba diver would not be anything like that. He would be
Hold
literally
on.
maybe his hands would be the only thing
Hold
in
on a
his feet.
second. Worth pointing out, Kaiser says that everyone here is choosing us over Valoric, who's streaming now. That's cool.
Who's that?
I don't know. I don't recognize the name Valoric, but I'm glad people are choosing us. A few people, anyways, over that, so that's cool.
What?
The
All
problem
the
is,
cool kids hanging out with gamers with coffee.
well,
Hell yeah.
we're trying to keep ours away from as many time frames as we can, and yeah,
Oh, he don't know who it is either.
no, he's asking us.
Oh, a 40K streamer.
Oh, okay, a 40K streamer.
Uh,
Well, I'm sorry, Kaiser. Actually, I didn't recognize the name, but in all honesty, I've gone through tons of 40K videos on YouTube, lore videos and stuff. But I haven't watched anybody live stream. Like, I don't recognize that guy's name.
mm-mm.
He,
I stick to my own little groups.
well,
which is
have
bad,
we'll
but-
have to check his group out or his thing out. It sounds like an alien guy with dangly arms. Tyler says, I don't know. But that's cool that you're here watching us. I appreciate it. So we just I don't know.
Okay. I misread what D said there for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah, I know.
I'm like, go D.
No. Brian, we need to get some dish soap and clean your mind out.
Something,
That's what we
man.
gotta do.
Wait, what? Oh, I'm done.
Oh, okay. So Kaiser says he's the one who basically you get your updates every day from GW.
Oh,
I
big,
generally just get my updates from GW. So
there's a big news today. Jervis Johnson retired this week. He prolific designer. He helped with fantasy, designed Blood Bowl,
he
Epic
did?
40K, helped Priestley with 40K, Space Crusade, all sorts of stuff, man.
So he's
See,
been
we're too
around
new,
a
we're too
long
new
time
to
now,
40K.
He did.
We're too new for 40K. I didn't know who that was.
Well, Rick Presley was this, but I mean, he was but Jervis Johnson was a huge, prolific game designer, and he retired this week
Oh
from
God,
GW.
no,
Uh-oh, what's D saying?
no, something Keegan did.
So the ships in X-Wing, when you play the game, don't dock with each other. But Keegan
Actually, you
got them
can
to
with the
dock.
new update they do. Some of the ships actually can dock. Like
How do they dock?
big one, you can dock
Like
them.
boredom or something?
Basically-
Like kill
Well,
the
not
pilot?
full boredom, but you can basically put them on there, and people can't attack them. But if the ship blows up,
No.
yes. If the ship blows up and you can't roll to get him off of the ship, your ship blows up as well.
Yeah, but that's not the same as docking. That's called a collision.
No.
Oh man, if Frost and Fist was here, he'd be going crazy because all the stuff you just said, dirty.
Brian, stay on track. Stay
Yeah,
on target.
Stay on
But
target.
anyway, Keegan
Stay on
went and
target.
took one of his A-wings and was saying that it was docking on the Millennium Falcon.
I mean, if you're Empire, it wouldn't matter. You just blow them both up, right?
Do you know what group she plays?
Let me
Scum-
guess.
Scum and Villainy.
The scum of
Yeah, there's Rebel, Imperial, and then there's a Scum and Villainy. Just the mercs, they'll fight either side. So like Boba Fett, which is a nasty
Yeah.
little ship. You don't want to use his ship.
slave. Oh, did you hear? Okay, so we were talking about PC and woke and all that crap. Disney is going to expunge the term Slave One because it's too risque.
My
So
God.
Boba Fett's ship isn't called the Slave One anymore. It's
It's
going to be
just
called
It's just Star Wars.
Spaceship One or some shit.
Yeah, that's.
That's
I
cool.
think people need to just relax a little and
Oh my
realize
god!
games are
But he
games.
is. I mean, he is a bounty hunter, right? He kidnapped Han Solo, right?
I'll say
Kidnapped
he's
him.
kidnapped everyone, so he would basically
Yeah.
be in the slave trade.
Yep, and
Yeah, he is. He's a slaver. He's kidnapping people and
That was
selling
just-
them to whatever.
Yep.
Ugh.
I don't know, man. I mean, you can only make it correct so much, and people just have to. That's another.
Well, they'll just bring a new generation, and that's just how that generation was raised. It's Powder Puff 1 instead of
Well,
Slave
just
1.
like what was it? The first new one after Disney took over, they had a stormtrooper cry.
Yeah.
Like,
When
what the hell?
I watched that, I was like, stormtroopers don't.
You know what's so funny? It's like, you watch all this stuff, and everybody they dress up like Darth Vader, and the kids are having cute, fun things with Darth Vader, and I'm sitting there like, you know what? Darth Vader's like a mass murderer, murdered a bunch of little kids.
Brian,
damn.
But Kaiser's right. I'm sorry you get nervous, Kaiser. We don't delve into the politics stuff too much or social stuff, but it is sad that people are at the point where they're worried.
It's just
that to a different back to.
It's just an established name for a spaceship. And to just change it for some political reason it's just I don't know, whatever.
It's the world, dude. But I just ignore most of that stupidity and go forward and just keep gaming. That's all you can do. You know what I mean? Like Game Workshop, they got in trouble too. So, although they're games, but today it was cool to throw down some X-Wing and just.
Yeah, we haven't played for a while.
So it was nice to get that out.
We'll have to actually go and sit down, do like an early one kind of thing one day, and just try to do a few hours because I want to get Boba Fett out and my Scrapper because both of them have some massive shields.
Yeah, they're tough.
They're
tough ships there. Actually, Kaiser, we have the new edition updates, the boxes, but we don't have them for all the sets. So today we played the version before they upgraded it. What, about a year and a half ago we bought all that. But
yeah, we have them. We just didn't.
Yeah, we have the upgrade boxes for them.
Yeah, that was a nice little penny.
D is never played it before, so we just played it real basic today and showed her how to play because we could game at the local coffee shop there. So we just kept it simple. Although the new upgraded rules allow you to do a lot more, so it's kind of cool.
I haven't seen anyone complain about it, but I haven't really looked into it too much of it.
Yeah, I've heard. I think there's a lot of people who enjoy first edition X-Wing still.
Well, we haven't played it yet, so that's.
I'd say the only difference is I think you can use like the powers now.
You can you're supposed to be able to use the Force because the reality is in the Star Wars universe, a lot of people have the Force, bad guys and good guys, right? So it would make sense that some of the pilots had Force abilities and could do maneuvers or things that standard pilots without those abilities could do. So they changed that.
It'd become character heavy.
It probably the upgrade boxes.
I'll have to look. I don't believe any of my guys actually have it.
The Scum faction, I bought you that. You have that.
Yeah, I said I have to go through the cards. I don't believe any of the characters actually have.
Another great X-Wing is the old video games. The X-Wing and then TIE Fighter and then X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. The computer games. Oh, dude, those are epic.
Yeah.
From LucasArts. Oh, man, those are fantastic.
So to answer Kaiser there.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
I have heard a lot of.
Because I was complaining about it.
A lot of flack from people getting mad enough to sell their Star Wars collections off. But the thing is, on that, it's not like Warhammer where you're always doing, new codexes and stuff. I think it was like 9 years into the game, and then they had to update it just because one of the things they did is they updated it for colorblind people because some of the tokens are color specific. So whatever they did, they redid it for what they were saying to help people.
That's what we forgot to put in the box.
Play the game better. So I don't exactly know what that was, but they redesigned a few things and then they upgraded the Force abilities. But good grief, I did see a lot of people throwing fits about it, and I actually seen quite a few videos where they were upset. But everything we play, they upgrade.
What are these ones?
These are damaged decks cards that I got from the guy at the store, the hobby store. They're basically just some promo X-Wing deck cards.
Yeah, we always lose the focus tokens, so we ended up buying a bunch.
Well, the acrylic ones you can just see better, but it was, yeah, I don't think people like to upgrade much. I think when they get set into whatever game they're in and they play it for so long, they don't like the change. And I don't blame them to a degree. We were on the other end of the stick. We only got in it just basically.
Yeah, so we were in it for a couple months, and then they put out the new boxes.
And yes,
I never played any of the PC Star Wars stuff.
Oh, they're awesome. The X-Wing games, they're great.
I played. It was more for with the boys when they were doing like the little battle ones. Actual Star Wars like battles.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, the
Taylor said Wedge he thinks is the best pilot ever. Wedge was a good pilot. Yep.
Wedge Antilles.
So, and I didn't know much about. Well, in the new one, you got Poe as a pilot too, and some of the newer ones.
Tuesday the 10th. Yes, Kaiser, we can do that.
Are you sure you want us on there, Kaiser? We'll be politically correct. We'll stay with the games.
I've already heard. Have you not watched some of their stuff? When I've jumped in to say hi to them,
Oh yeah,
they've ragged on you. They only watch us to see if I hit you.
Oh, that's not
Well,
fair.
Greg,
But-
what you don't know, secretly, we all have like, we take
You
money.
guys have like a
to see who gets
a
hit.
bet thing, right?
Wait,
You
that's
guys,
right.
you guys have
Well,
like a bookie
Well,
spreadsheet.
squares. That's
Uh-huh.
right.
I got a little text from Mythos. Did she let you out of the trunk yet, Greg? Yeah. You know the trunk
One-
releases?
Comment he made, and now it keeps going on.
The trunk release in the car was cut. So
Uh-oh.
it took me a while to get She's laughing at what Kaiser says. So yeah, Commodore and a few other people are
Oh, you
really-
brought that one on yourself.
Yeah. It's okay though. I have fun. So it's all right. We're just kind of weird in our own way.
And actually, I don't yell at him. I'm just very loud. I have a hearing problem.
Yeah,
And when I have the headset on, good luck with that. It's hard to even hear him.
so your one ear is. She's
I'm half
mostly-
deaf in one ear.
Or is it a listening problem?
No, actually, it's a legitimate, legal. Oh God, I need
It's
sleep.
it's a legal problem. Well, I can see that.
Legitimate problem. No, I've actually got it checked, and it's just basically like right at the border where I'm not needing technically to have
No.
hearing aids.
They
in
would
the ear.
like to supply you with the
Mhm.
hearing aid. It's only $7,000 for
Yeah.
a hearing aid. I'm like,
If it was just
I,
like a couple decimals down or something like that, my insurance would pay for it. But because it's
That's-
right at that border, yeah.
Well, I was a roadie for a punk band for like 5-6 years, and
Yeah.
I got
Your hearing
tinnitus
shot.
real bad. Yeah, I got real bad tinnitus.
yeah, them hearing aids are. Oh,
I have
put that up there.
I bought 2 boxes. I have 5 miniatures left, Kaiser.
Do you want to see him, Kaiser? She can turn the camera on. She'll show him off. So and she spent that real quick, by the way, Kaiser. Like
It came in at like 4:00 in the morning, and I had it gone
I'm
by
like,
5,
when
10
did
after.
you order those? Oh, about 4 in the morning. I'm like, I was asleep.
At least
so-
I'm being
yeah,
truthful,
that's true.
because you have all my winged ones there. Oh. Now try-
Are these your Dark Eldar?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll do
Here,
this,
let me
guys.
scoot out of the way.
Yeah,
so
get
you
out.
can- Oh, geez.
Just move.
Snippy.
Just move.
Hold on. Let me move out of the way.
That way I can get in here. And you just unplugged my mic.
Well, that's your fault.
I can hear you.
And I wonder why my stuff gets ruined. All right. Anyway, so I still have to go and repaint this one's and this one's wings because I don't like how they came out.
Well, you can knock me off so you can show the picture better.
All right, hold on. I'll just put you hide you. Hide. All right, we'll take that off. So there's this one. I'm going to redo their wings. There's the one with the whip that Greg's afraid of. I don't like how it mixed in together too well. These are the wings I actually like how they came out. Thank you, Taylor. And then my sniper. I just like how these ones worked out a little bit better. And then the 5 of these guys, my sniper. I actually have a different blue on these than I do on these guys. This is more of a green, and these guys came out blue. This one actually has Blood of the Blood Gods. This is a skull back here that I made it look like it was scalped. And there's this one. This one, his hand actually fell, so it makes it look like he's saying, come here. So it actually worked out. A stupid mistake actually worked out correctly.
Yeah, he did. He's got his hand down, like, bring it on.
And then this little guy.
Oh, is that a dagger on the back?
They all have the
Okay.
dagger. And then this one as another whip.
Now his banner that he's flying.
I haven't decided what I want to put on the banner yet.
Does it come with? Did it come with?
Did it come with
no,
decals?
No decal.
All right, let's pull Brian back on. Yeah.
Are they painted up like a certain like clan or race or
No.
whatever?
That's just what I wanted them to be.
Just your own thing.
Now you're sitting back there. All right, let's pull this one back over to.
Oh, guys, you liked your paint scheme. That's pretty cool. Make it a little different than normal. They come out really colorful. They're really very colorful.
I actually didn't make them that colorful. That's the thing. I still have to take, like I said, I'm going to take the 2 bat-winged ones and redo those and try to see if I can't get more of the, like the black probably up at the top and then the purple and then into the green and see how well that works. Because at least with those, I can just paint them black. Because the 2 purples I had, they mixed together with that black and it just became nasty. Uh-oh. Why did you say teabagging? Did he show up and I didn't see him?
Oh no, just that guy was with his hand.
Oh, yeah, the one stupid mistake I made. I don't know how it happened. I think it wasn't completely dry, and I set him on the
Just
table, and it
sagged a
just
little.
sagged.
But it looks like he's going, come here, bring it on. So it's kind of cool. Worked out good. What you got there? Ooh.
These are some dust miniatures.
Is that Dust
Okay, yeah.
Tactics?
Yeah.
Yeah, Clinton has some of those too.
Where's my box?
Here's a,
Actually, Kaiser, sorry, not to interrupt you, Brian.
no, that's fine. I was just showing stuff.
Okay.
All right, that works. But yeah, Kaiser, these ones actually are darker boxes or miniatures on these. So I kind of tried going off of what they actually look like. So they're dark with like a greenish. Actually, it almost looks like my moot green that I like is what it looks like it's
The blue
shadowed with.
offsets it though.
I think the blue offsets it a little bit more.
All right, Kaiser, you have a good night, sir. Thank you for stopping by. I feel bad not knowing about who the guy was that did the Game Workshop because I just go to the Game Workshop site or I watch their videos. Didn't know specifically, but if somebody's doing newscasts on them, that's cool too.
But yep, I got 5 more of the the little soldier guys. Because I'm like, oh, these guys are gonna be easy, and I could probably knock them out in a day or two. Nope, it's taking me 5 to 6 hours on each one of these guys. I'm like, come on, this sucks.
Taylor likes the Dust Tactics stuff too. That was popular for quite a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's still around.
Yeah, I know. I see it around. I'm just saying, I hear about it, but I haven't played it. But Clint said for a long time it was.
And Kaiser says nice looking models as well, Brian.
Thanks, guys. We got some cool looking stuff, man. That does stuff. It's a little pricey, but what isn't, right?
No, I'm
Name
saying
wise.
pretty much, yeah. What is it nowadays with miniatures?
It's all pricey, Brian. Everything's going up. Even going to get a cup of coffee is going up.
Wait a minute. How much is a cup of coffee at that place? It's like a no whiz bang, just black.
Oh, I think they're
I don't know. We've
$2
never
or so.
Yeah, $2 or $3.
$2, really?
Not too bad.
Usually like today it was warm, so I got an ice.
I'm saying,
coffee.
yeah, normally it's hot, so we get the iced and blended stuff, which is weird for me.
No, you have the figures you have, so nothing's weird for you. So with the dust stuff there, Brian, you got anybody in your local area you can play that with, or?
Me and Mel play. We're doing battle reports and stuff for it on our channel, but dust is nowhere to be found in Texas that I've seen. It's more of a. I'll be honest with you. It's pretty popular in Europe, in I'll be honest, like Southern Europe, like Italy and Spain, and then Asia, because they're out of Hong Kong, so they're out of China. So
Yeah, that's our problem with X-Wings. There's no one around here that play other than basically the family.
that's weird because I mean, you got the brand, the Star Wars brand. You think it'd be popular because people know Star Wars.
They do have tournaments that you can go to, like in some of the cities around, like Chicago, which is only 2.5 hours away or something.
You guys got any big conventions coming around there soon?
Not that we know of.
There were some littler ones in outer areas, and some of the bigger ones I think are gearing up. But I'd like to go. I was kind of hoping that some of these places would do it because one, they're fun. You get out of the house and you get to meet other gamers, and two, it'd be kind of cool to do some content from.
Yeah.
From one of those. And our virtual booth, I was really pretty blown away with the amount of attention we got off of that. That was cool. And we did something different. So the owners asked us to come back, and they've been doing it for almost 30 years.
Asked us to come back.
Like, yeah, you guys had something different. Because everybody's got their own little thing, and we were just different, man. So it'll work. We'll do that again, too, now that we know what they want. But so I don't know. But if some conventions come up, I wouldn't mind going. Usually they're towards the fall out here.
I know. I think Historicon is it? Oh, wait a minute. I can't. What's the one in Pennsylvania? Hell, I don't remember. There's a couple big ones coming up in November. Down here, we're having Millennium Con in November. I'll be there hosting a bunch of Weird War stuff. It's like a 4-day con.
That's cool. So you got a booth reserved or a table or?
Oh yeah, I'm a game. If you go to their website, you'll see I'm running. As of now, I might be plugging. I might talk to Dave from Pulp Alley. I might, if he wants to team up or something, I might do a Pulp Alley game down there, and I might do a Dust game. But right now, I'm playing my classic Weird War. I got Venus Needs Men, which is basically
some Venetians come down to Earth during World War II to like grab breeding stock. So it's a fun game. I play that a lot. And then an Antarctic air base game, which is real popular. So we
What are you
playing
looking at?
those.
Oh, upcoming. What was the name of that again there, Brian? On how
No, I'm looking around here.
Oh, the con, Millennium Con.
Millennium Con.
It's in Round Rock, but that's a city just north of Austin. So it's Austin, Texas. So I mean, outside of the gaming, I mean, you got all sorts of shit. I mean, Austin has everything you could possibly want. Everything from celebrities to barbecue to beer. I mean, everything. It's got everything there.
I've been to Texas before. Been through it. Stopped there, but never lived there. So.
Should come down. It's cheap, dude.
Oh, from what I hear, your real estate's going
Well,
through the roof.
it's not
everywhere.
cheap. I mean, it's cheaper than most. I mean, it's probably not as cheap as where you're from. It's probably
Well,
about the same.
It depends. We happen to have got I mean, honestly, we don't have gold walls and granite countertops and stuff. So what we got was a mobile home that somebody abandoned for back taxes.
Oh, hey.
So it's a 3-bedroom with 1 bath, older home, and I picked it up for stand back $400.
What? Wow.
So people didn't want it because when you open the front door, the floor was rolled because there was a water leak in the kitchen. So all I had to do is bust it out to the floor trusses and put new plywood in. That was
That's nothing.
12 years ago. So back
Wow.
then my back wasn't as bad. And
We actually, the property that we finally found, we found a 3-bedroom, 2-bath mobile home too. It's about
nice.
the only thing we could find, man.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with them because you can go from renting, right? An
Yeah.
apartment, which you don't own, and then you can go to a mobile home. And owning a house is not everything everybody thinks it is. I mean, you're tied to it for 30 years, and you're
I
stuck.
mean, I'll be honest with you. You know, I was a huge advocate of not owning, of just renting, because I mean, you're always gonna have a mortgage, or you're gonna have to pay some sort of property tax, or whatever. You're always gonna pay some sort of rent, right?
Yeah, it works both
But
ways.
this last place I've been in this place for 7 years, and just, dude, it's run by like a realtor, like a property management company, and it's intrusive. They come in and they like, dude, twice a year they would come into my house and videotape my house to make
For
sure
what
that I'm
purpose?
not putting holes in the walls or whatever the hell it is, right? I tell you, man, the owners and renters, or rentee, or whoever, people who rent property, they have so many rights here in Texas. They fee you to death, dude. I mean, security deposits, pet deposit, non-refundable pet deposits. If you have a pet, that's the newest thing now, is they charge a fee for your pet monthly.
Yeah.
Pet rent.
They do that here too. Ours is $5 a month though.
It's like $25 or something here, man.
Well, we own the mobile home, so we're simply renting the lot, the land.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
There's a difference. They can't just do what you were talking about. So
yeah, but you're still bound by the lot, the lot's rules. You got to mow your lawn, or you can't put this in your yard, or you can't have these people living in your place. You can only have one, or whatever. If you have a guest longer than 10 days, you got to blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
whatever the hell it is.
But if you own a house, then you're bound by the city laws. You can't.
It's true. It's true. There's no
out, dude.
There's no freedom. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all bullshit. But
I-
All
yeah.
right, so back to what you were asking. The closest any kind of like Animacon, oh god, AnimeCon, ComicsCon, any of it is in December of this year.
Yeah, usually
in
it's
Chicago.
towards the fall out
That's
here.
the closest one to us.
What's it called?
Comic-Con.
Oh, okay.
What
Yeah,
is it?
I used to be a big
Chicago
comic.
Comic and Entertainment Expo.
That's
Okay,
the big
yeah.
one though, like LA Comic Con and all that.
You won't
That's
see
the
much
closest
gaming
one
there.
to us, which would be about
No, you won't. You'll see
four.
a lot of custom made
comics.
costumes and anime,
Yeah.
and it's more anime than anything.
Well, it's funny, man, because like I said, I was a huge comic collector, and I'm like a collector. I would collect Golden Age and Silver Age stuff and all that crap. But like in the 80s, a Comic Con was that, dude. It was comics. It was just hundreds of boxes of comics and dealers selling comic stuff. And back then, they didn't have the IP stuff they have now. So there's very little comic book product other than comics being made. So there wasn't T-shirts and toys. There wasn't a lot of that stuff, right? So it was just like you see a lot of bootleg stuff or whatever, like videos of bootlegs or whatever. But then when Geek Chic became popular, these Comic Cons turned into these entertainment conventions. So you would have like these big movies, you'd have these movie stars, and you'd have like, wrestlers, and you'd have cosplay, and it wasn't comics, it was everything. So it was like, I guess us, the old grownard, old school guys were like, and it was expensive. I mean, because I could pay $5 for a weekend at a comic convention back in the 80s. But now, I mean, for one day, it could be like $30+
if not more,
just to get in.
If you can get in,
and then like the lines out the ass, man. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's like the Big Bang Theory when they're all four of them are trying to get into the Comic Con convention. Refresh.
My biggest thing was, okay, I would go to a Comic Con with my kids, right, and there'd be like porn stars there, and it's like, I mean, I like porn as much as the next guy, but not like a venue where, you have Captain America, my kids want to go see, and you got, some lingerie model, doing the new, Vampira. I mean, there's a place for that, but it wasn't, I mean, and I'm not a prude by any means. You guys know that. But it was just like, and it was just everything. It was everything. It was like wrestlers were showing up, which is cool, but it was like it's supposed to be a comic convention.
It's supposed to be a comic convention, so they veered all over the place on it. Well, out here, it's more or less they've hold them in some of the hotel convention centers or in like a city convention center, and it's usually like a $4 or $5 or $3 admission.
No, that's cool.
And what you will see is local people sometimes they might come dressed up as whatever.
It's predominantly superheroes with masks.
Yeah, because on their conventions they don't just, well, how can I say it? So it's like comic books, and then it's like D&D, and then it's like other things. So
they do it like all in one.
But it stays within comics and gaming. It doesn't, they're not there selling the newest, car or truck. They're not there trying to advertise.
Well, see, that was the thing. It was like, the San Diego the San Diego Comic Con, the big one, right? That'd been going on forever, but then it just got taken over. That's the truth, D. It got taken over by like, the media. So it's like, it became a platform for like,
for what they were
showing the new movie, the new movie that's coming out. Or
well, I mean, if it deals with a game or something, I don't see why not on that.
But that's not what he's talking about.
But
they're saying come for this, but then they have all this that has nothing to do with it, and some of it is not necessarily family friendly and stuff.
No,
so, I mean, out here we don't really run across that. When we were talking about going to Chicago earlier, Taylor said, maybe be careful go out there. We know that, Taylor. But I want to do the thing in order to just meet other gamers and let them know about our group, and
that's why we did the game
cons. Are a lot different. Like gaming cons, they're a lot. Well, like, I mean, if you go to like some of the big ones, like what is it? What's the big one in the
Comic-Con?
US? No, the game one, the Origins or whatever it is.
I believe so, something like that.
Those are like industry, freaking, Wizard of the Coast will show up and set up a booth, like a massive booth to demonstrate their new games. But like, you really want to try to get these smaller cons that are gaming. It's like gaming, like this Millennium Con. Most of it's miniatures. I mean, and we're talking shit that's hadn't been produced in 30 years. So it's like people are playing Rogue Trader, like first edition 40K. They're playing original D&D. They're playing systems. They're playing the old Avalon Hill bookshelf games. I mean, it is awesome because it's everything and anything. And it's great because you can sit in on these games and not have to have any kind of financial, investment in it other than just buying a ticket.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to mention. With the one that we did, it was the first time they did it virtual because generally it's right here at the Marriott, and they've been running it there for, like I said, almost 30 years. But they had to do virtual last year because of restrictions. But even still, what I thought was cool is they set up a meeting room where you could come along and game. They could only hold 20 people live, but still it was free to come by and game.
Yeah.
They just wanted you to kind of reserve your spot. It didn't cost money. Generally, they run gaming sessions over there, so people can come up, and that's what we were going to do. Is for X amount block of time, we would maybe put our tanks out, or X amount block of time put out the Warhammer guy or whatever, so that there's a little bit of variety through the day. Only because the other venues were the same all day, so we're a little different is all, but.
It's fun.
It was cool. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun to go to those cons and just try games that you've never even heard of. And there's a lot of stuff out there.
Well, I ran across that. It was the Wizards, right, of the coast, the little ship game. Punch them out of the cards. And that hasn't been made for a while. And I was looking at that, and I was like, it's WizKids. I'm sorry, not Wizards.
WizKids, yeah.
WizKids. So I'm like, it was a game I had heard about, never really looked at, but I've been looking at it, I'm like, geez, I missed out on a really kind of cool-looking little game. But you can only game so much too, Brian. That's the problem. But
listen, you guys are new to this, and I'm telling you, and give it like 5 years, you're gonna have so much shit. It's like a friggin'.
We already have too much.
It's coming in on you.
We already have too much shit.
You guys are gonna make a call. It's like, okay, what are we gonna concentrate on? Because a little bit of everything is a lot of a little thing. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah. Well, we've narrowed it. Like when we've had this discussion before, predominantly we like the World War II stuff.
Yeah.
So we're going to stick with tanks, flames of war, that kind of thing, because they both Team Yankee. Well, Team Yankee's 1980s, but the armor, deployment of armor, and all it's all about the same. So what we're going to do is keep with that stuff current. Keep with like what we have with Warhammer current. We have Warhammer Kill Team. So as that expands, we'll stay current with that. But we're not necessarily getting into 50 million other things. You don't have the room, dude. I mean, we already have enough, like Star Wars. Playing it today, it was.
We have nice. Is that like a 50-gallon tote or 30-gallon tote? We have a big tote full of.
Just full of it.
Yeah, just ships.
But that, in fairness, is also the boys' stuff that I'm still storing for them because they're not set where they're moving in. So that's the whole thing I talked to you about earlier. The other day was our goal was to get it to where we can get a game, play the game, review the game, and give it out to the community. Send it on. Let somebody else enjoy it.
I mean, that's a good way to good policy.
Well, I think this way I won't have 500 games. Like I watch other guys, and it's cool. They got all these shelves of stuff, but there's no way they're gaming all that.
No, I mean
they're not.
It's the thing. It's just like. You just got to be, there's some people that are just reckless. They'll just buy anything and everything. Just, it's shiny and they get it. And, they end up selling it or, whatever. But, man, I'm telling you, your mental health, you got to like.
Well, my mental health is okay so long as I don't get notifications. Oh, hi.
Really? Because someone forgot to tell me that he ordered himself tanks that notified me because it was my account.
Somebody needs a hug.
Oh, look at that. Look at the love, man. I feel the love right there. Feel the love. That's good. Hey, a couple that games together, argues together.
Yeah,
argues? Yeah, that's an understatement.
She's competitive, man. If we break it out, right down to wearing a Russian hat the one day, I'm like, okay.
I'm curious. I'm curious about Frost and Fist. I don't think I've ever seen their partners. I
don't think. I know. Mythos
Kaiser and his crew. I haven't seen any of their counterparts or whatever.
I can't speak for them.
Will you hush? Stop.
Wow.
Mythos's wife has joined in on their chats.
Oh, okay.
But only on the actual chat. Honestly, I don't believe. No, she did bring him a cup of coffee, I think, once. So I saw a hand.
So she exists.
She exists.
No, I think it's cool when couples like do it together because it just seems more meaningful, and because it's hard to if like Greg was only gaming and you weren't, Greg has to find that time to game outside of your time together, but when you're all together,
What time together? I'm
Oh,
serious. I'm usually on the video game. If I don't have to work, I'll be on the video game with a headset on, blaring, where I can't hear.
But then that's when I'm generally working.
Yeah, so he's usually working, and I get yelled at. I'll start getting messages. Hush, you're being too loud.
Because I work from home, so
He's literally one door down from me.
when I'm, back there talking to customers, I don't.
You hear this, effing this and effing zombies and F you.
Not really too bad with the zombies. It's more when I get noobs.
More like,
You gotta be nice to the noobs, man. You gotta teach them how the ways.
It's not that when they have such a high rank, you assume that they know what the hell they're doing, and when they don't, it's like, dude.
You're a snob, aren't you? You're a gamer snob.
No, I'm set in where I had not worked with, but basically in a couple of our gaming communities from the Xboxes before we actually got into the tabletop stuff. They set into your mind work as a team. And then when people start basically breaking off and going different directions, you don't get to play with them anymore. So when you have to get new people that don't really do that, it's irritating.
elitist.
I don't remember you
don't-
being that high
They
up in the
don't play
freaking
to
world.
my level,
Hush.
so I shall bound them.
It's like
for
the
love.
monocle falls. I never.
So what it is,
Well,
just
you know,
play the
it's
game
like-
long enough that
there's an unwritten rule for, like, at least in our circle, in my circle, is when new people come into gaming, we never play to a conclusion. Okay, we just stop. Like if like he's getting trounced, we stop. We don't finish wiping the table off him because he's new, because that just that's not cool, because that's just going to make them feel like shit and not want to come back.
now you look.
So we usually play short games. We don't finish them if in that kind of situation, or we take one for the team. We take a trouncing,
well.
and we make a challenging game, obviously, but we don't like hardcore game it, because we want them to be introduced to this whole, especially if they're new to the hobby, like completely new.
Right.
You want to be real, inclusive.
So you came across like you're not user friendly, helping them with the game, like you don't care. When you probably should explain that if they're not going to work with you, you don't like to do that. Because that's generally what I hear you yelling about. Otherwise, you sound kind of inclusive, elitist, and that you're just not going to help somebody new to the gaming genre.
It's like
I'm
before the
blinking
game
3
even
times.
starts, the team get together, and there's this big like like,
well, we used to game with the
Ashes
team.
rules.
Yes, it is. If in zombies, you have a set way of doing it. I've heard you out here yelling, "Don't turn the power on yet. You got to do da 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 da." Then you turn the power on. I'm like, it doesn't matter when you turn the power on. I mean,
Actually, it does.
see?
In these new maps, if you don't want to get the big guys before you can get your guns up to be able to destroy the big guys, you kind of need the power to stay off. So before you go and say stuff, make sure you know the game.
Oh,
Do your research before you start giving an opinion.
even though I showed her zombies and introduced her to zombies, and at first she thought it would be done.
I don't know nothing about it, man.
Yeah, no. You're not going to push the button on the blender
Okay.
and then walk
Okay,
away,
hold on.
Brian.
Get on. I'll play
No,
against her.
I'm right
I'll
here,
whip your
dude.
ass.
I'm with you, dude.
Put that butter down. You keep throwing it in the pan there, you're just going to get me
It's
fried.
like, relax.
Breathe. It's okay, breathe. Yeah, I don't mind trying to show somebody the game.
No, if
what I
they're
don't-
willingly wanting to,
Yeah.
learn, I have no problem. But it's when these people are like 10th prestige or whatever. Well, right now with the new one, I think the highest is 6 or 7. And they have like 300 or level wise. It's like you should know how the Fuck the play.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've been in this. I've been in the cons. I'm a con guy, and there's a lot of hosters that don't want kids,
No,
and I'm like,
I have no problem with kids for the most part when it's playing online. When I'm playing zombies, no. The kids like to go and screw. If with zombies, you got to train them. You got to literally run around in circles. The kids like running inside it and screwing it.
well, their argument is like, well, look, these guys, being the older, more experienced players, have paid a ticket to play, and I'm like, well, so is the freaking kid. I mean, and if you want this hobby to continue, you got to be open for a new generation to come in and keep going. But a lot of guys are just like they can't be bothered with it. So I mean,
Well, with regular like tabletop gaming and stuff, a lot of the kids do like it. So
yeah,
teaching the kids how to play it is one thing. Online, I notice a lot of the kids are just kind of rude. They come in, they're busy calling you names, think things fun, that kind of stuff. I kind of just, if someone's interested, I'll show them. It's not about winning so much to me as you got to have fun, right? So
yeah.
winning the game is fun. Everybody likes to win, but it's not, to me, the sole purpose of playing the game.
I don't play with squeakers.
Is that what kids are, squeakers? Yeah, Mel's a freaking.
Even your wife agrees.
Mel's a damn gaming snob. Total.
No,
game
we
snob.
have our set ways of playing, just like with anyone playing Warhammer or Tanks or Flames of War or whatever. You have your own way of playing, and you don't like that messed with. It's that simple. Gaming women are worse.
You play like I play, or you ain't playing.
See, that goes for us too. And you sleep
Brian,
on the couch how much?
You
Damn.
You worked her up.
No, you did.
No, I didn't.
You've never DM'd a role playing game, have you?
I don't think she needs that kind of power.
Dude.
Speak of the devils and they will appear. There's Mythos.
We weren't talking.
We were
about
just
that.
talking to him before we started getting on the gaming stuff.
But that was a while ago. Yeah, she doesn't need to DM anything. That's too
Oh,
much
man.
power.
Because listen,
Yeah.
as a DM, it's all about the players. And they'll play however the hell they want, and they will never play the way you want to play.
Hold up,
ever.
no. With Twilight,
Okay.
Twilight 21 or whatever
What?
the hell it
Fly
is.
2000?
Yeah, or any of the D&D stuff in general. That is something completely different. That is made to go God knows what direction.
Imagine.
But it isn't. That's the thing. I mean, there's a story that the DM comes up with.
Then the DM better keep up.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's not some straight line because you got 8 different mentalities. Like, hey, I want to go and pillage the friggin' farm down the street, or I want to go have a beer. And it's just you have all these people, but you just got to learn how to play it all, man. That'd be nice. Be nice.
Mythos is driving
Louisiana. That's down by
Yeah.
my
All right.
hood.
Oh, well, make sure you're safe driving there, man. We're glad you stopped by, but we won't be angry. That's all.
No, I want him here now. No.
Hey, Mythos, where are you based at? Where's your headquarters?
He may not be able to answer if he's driving too much.
He shouldn't be answering if he's driving.
Well, there is. Did you know that you got this new thing with the phone you can do? You can talk to it, and it puts the text on the screen.
But he would have to look down and touch it.
Really? Really?
Brian,
Lunch is a little early there. Or a little late for lunch.
no, I think Louisiana is 6 hours behind Iowa.
Damn. Oh, are you guys in Central?
We are, yeah.
Time,
Yeah, Louisiana is Central.
I'm just messing with him. He's based in Houston.
Oh, you're in Houston? Shit, man. You're just down. Well, you're just down the road 4 hours. But yeah, I mean, I'm up in. I'm just north of Austin, dude. I'm up in Killeen. about to be moving to Temple, which is just south of Waco. So
Actually, I think Temple is where Epic lives.
Possibly.
I think
Epic.
one of our Xbox frontees
He's
mentally
cool.
challenged. So he's 36, 37, a couple years older than me, but mentally he's like 15, 12 to 15. And he's kind of adopted us as big brother and sister kind of thing.
That's
So he
cool.
lives down in Texas. And he flies to, I want to say Tennessee, but I don't think that's right.
Well, Mythos, you need to come up to Millennium Con in November, brother. Bring your 40K stuff, man. Host some games or something. It's an epic. It's a fantastic con, dude. Ah, you're born and clean, huh? Were you an army brat?
Dee's saying she might be down in Fort Worth.
Oh, okay.
Where'd you go? Later this year.
Sure.
That's only a couple miles. That's a couple hours north of us.
See, because I used to live out in a place, a faraway land called California. I don't
The left coast.
I don't
Yes, Army brat, he says.
Yep.
Army brat. I don't it doesn't bother me. 3 or 4 hour drives don't bother me because every day minimum I drove an hour and a half to work one way. So it didn't matter.
Shit, man. We live in the middle of Texas, dude. It takes us like 3 weeks to get out of the state.
Yeah, it does. And when I used to drive a taxi and pick people up from the airport that would come from other countries, especially in the UK area, the first thing they'd ask is they'd go, the first thing they'd say is we're driving from the airport on the outside edge of town, and they didn't realize how big it was. And then they wanted to know if there was a place to rent bikes. I'm like,
It's
you
like,
need to rent a car. And so because it takes a while too to get across Iowa, but see, I've driven back and forth across the country that way and up through Oregon and stuff. So I've been through a lot of states, but I haven't necessarily lived in a lot of states. So this was an interesting state to live in. So
yeah, Mythos lives in Coruscant, man. Houston, it's like the city goes forever. It's just city forever and ever and ever. It takes like forever to get out of it, man.
I thought you said Coruscant, like where?
Yeah, Coruscant, like from Star Wars.
Like Lando Calrissian City.
No, that's Bespin, dude.
Oh, Bespin. Well, where's Coruscant? That's right.
Coruscant's like the planet where the Emperor lives.
Yeah.
It's just like
right.
It's like
It
the whole
is
planet's
Bespin.
covered in city. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because not a lot of these places are a far drive for us, like a day. But I mean, I guess we don't look at it like a lot of people go, "Oh my God, we got to drive this far." It doesn't matter to me. I mean, it's drive.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. Like in Europe, hell, they can cross 3 different countries as much as it would be us to just drive up to, like, for me to drive up to Oklahoma or something. It's just like,
well,
America's big.
Yeah, a lot of their countries, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but just logistically, they're smaller than a lot of the states.
Yeah, it's just America's just big. It's just a big country.
So it's a different.
All right, so from our current location to Dallas, Texas is 12.5-hour drive.
That's a day drive.
Day drive, yeah, that's
when
easy.
You got to look at it this way. You ever work a 12-hour shift?
Exactly.
I've talked to people and then, I never thought of it that way. Yeah, so if you work a 12-hour shift, but you say you can't do a 12-hour drive, you're still spending 12 hours doing something. You can do
I think
drive.
the longest trip I ever took, like awake, like just myself, was I drove from DFW, Dallas Fort Worth to Orlando, and that was and then I drove back. Well, halfway back. I think it was like a 37-hour drive before I took a rest. Yeah, it was a long drive.
You got to stop and rest. Mythos says
You do,
it's a sprawling mess out there, huh?
Yeah. To Houston? Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That thing is massive. Just keeps getting bigger and bigger, too.
I think to Houston, it'd be probably 18 or 20 hours.
My grandparents used to live outside of Atoka, Oklahoma. And Atoka at the time only had one stoplight.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice. I spent some summers out there on the farm because my grandfather's brother owned the property, so they have like 2,000 acres out there, almost.
Wow.
And a bunch of ponds. We used to go fishing and stuff. I had fun. So I like going and checking out new places and seeing new things. It's either time or money anymore, and it's like.
And the gas prices now, woo! I don't know what the gas
Yeah.
is up there, but it's like $2.75 here in Texas.
$2.80.
Yeah.
$2.85.
It's as high as 96 cents here now.
Hey guys. Hey.
So from here to Houston is 16 hours. So basically, depending on where we're gonna go, it's
That's a
gonna
good
be-
day drive. 16.
Well, if me and Greg try to drive that, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem. I mean, at least halfway, I would have to get up to stand.
Yeah, I mean, you guys would trade off or something, but you could do
Doubt
it
it.
straight through. You could do it
Doubt
straight
it.
through. You doubt it?
I'll end up driving it probably the whole thing.
No.
Oh, we'll eat.
Sounds like a cat.
We'll eat something. Well, it looks like our Mel's saying it's dinner time, and I got to come in from playing. So
Okay.
I will fare
Oh,
you
Brian.
all adieu.
Bye guys.
Oh, Mel.
Bye, Mel.
All right, guys.
All
Take it easy.
See you
Have
later.
a
Yeah.
good week.
You too. Switch that back. There we go.
Yeah. So, well, Mythos, he's Oh wow, you're stopping at an authentic restaurant. Nice. Yeah, have some of that for us there, Mythos. Go ahead. Our authentic Actually, we have a really nice Hispanic restaurant.
We got
out
a
there.
couple of them.
There's a couple of them that are really good authentic food because
Well, the one's from Mexico, actual, and then the other
Hispanic
one's
food,
from California, I think.
yeah, that's a little bit more commercialized, but still good.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you have some authentic food there. Well, Mythos, though, we don't want to tear up your lunch there, man. Take a break and get some food. Stay awake. We were going to do that giveaway, too. Yep.
That might be good.
Cajun sausage. Now you have to describe it then, Mythos, when you get a chance. Cajun sausage with what? Because I thought it was.
Isn't that like a crab, or not crab, but like a seafood kind of platter? Has sausage, corn, shrimp, and all that kind of stuff. Crab, shrimp, sausage. I don't even know what it's called. That tells you how stupid I am.
Hey, D. Mythos says hello to you. Yeah, there's so much stuff. So, we've had people popping in and out. I was looking for.
So far, everyone I've seen in here has either won a giveaway, because Taylor already left. Kaiser's left. Dee's the only one that hasn't won anything, and she's the one
sponsoring,
sponsoring it. Oh, Mythos hasn't. That would be the only other one. So yeah, Mythos is the only one on here so far that
Yeah, could make it
hasn't
fair.
won.
Tell Mythos to pick a number between 1 and 2.
And you know what? Knowing his luck, it wouldn't roll the number he picked.
Yeah, so D, it's up to you then.
Hold on. Should we do the Pulp Alley then?
No.
Between
No.
Nope. Oh, that's
no,
a different
We
one.
already said what we were gonna do. We can't change.
Why don't we
that.
do your guys then?
Nope. We already said what we were gonna do. So we're gonna do that.
Oh God. He said 2.
Okay, Mythos. You need the 3 sided dice. Well, he's gonna win. He's the only one here.
It's actually 2.
Ah! She threw it. Look it. Won't touch nothing.
Oh, that actually worked out. Hold on. It actually rolled a 2. I don't know if I
So
can
we're
get.
gonna move it without turning it. But see, without turning it.
It actually rolled a 2.
So you lucky man, Vito. So then you get the prize, which is a salvage box from BattleTech. You can leave the camera there and show him.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
never mind. It's this. It's
This one?
this one here. So D, you don't know what mech is in there. Dee's the one sponsoring this one. She had a couple extra from her Kickstarter.
What a perfect time for having lunch.
So there you go. See, you stop by. You won by default. It's something else for you to paint.
And it's, he picked the number that actually rolled.
That's actually hysterical. So the only thing you got to do at that point, Mythos, is at some point send to our email gamerswithcoffee@gmail.com your shipping address,
That or just message us directly.
or you can message us. Yeah, but either way, yeah, it'll give you something to paint now, Mythos. We're not going to open it. You can open it when you get it and see what mech you got, because that's the whole point of the salvage box. You don't know. Put that up there.
Well, they're both on YouTube, so
Yeah, but
They
you can
can see it.
highlight it. You're missing the point of highlighting things. Wow. So there you go, Mythos. Now you can tell everybody you got something, and it's kind of cool. Wait, what did he say?
hush, she doesn't know about that yet.
Where to go?
This?
No, the dreadnought thing he said.
Right here.
Oh. Well, he wants to paint the dreadnought
I know.
for me that I get.
And I was
So
going to go and buy one and just have it shipped to his house.
that'd be the best way to do it from Amazon to him.
And you wouldn't have known.
Well, I still wouldn't know if I'll forget.
No, you
I'll
won't.
make myself forget.
No, you won't.
For a dreadnought, I'll forget. Who are you? What's your name? What is this? Where am
Really
I?
get the hell out.
I get to go outside? All right. Well, good. Mythos apparently didn't know either, so that means you didn't talk to him about it.
No, I haven't had a chance. And I didn't have the money right now to pick it up. So I was going to go and wait until I had money and make sure I can pay for it to be able to ship it to him.
Okay.
And make sure there's money to ship it back once it's done.
Yeah, so either way, let us know there, Mythos. And then, yeah, I'll have to see if you want to do one of a dreadnought for me, because I could use one. I
You
did,
don't
however,
need it.
go through some of the older Space Marines that Clinton had given me that were kind of had been
Dingy.
sitting around, so they were kind of dingy. And I
I think those were all out of that tester box you had. Those little EB tiny jars.
it was before the contrast paint, and that
You're fine, Mythos.
it was before the contrast paint. So I like the contrast paint blue
I don't.
for Space Marines.
I
like how it
don't. I
works.
despise it. I
Yeah,
hate
but
that
they're
stuff.
not your Marines, so that's
I
okay.
know.
So I don't know why you despise it.
I don't like how it works. It's too watery. You screw up on
Yeah,
anything, then you end up having a dark
No,
spot.
but it gets into the seams. So, anyways, the older Marines, there's 5 of them now, are looking shiny new. So I repurposed them, and then I got extra decals. I'll just decal them up, and I got a squad, and they'll look proper. So why not? But good grief, what time is it too? Oh, it is 5:30 our time too. So yeah, if you get us that address. But now, Mythos, we only have one requirement. So since you're in the group, anyways, post in the Facebook group that you got your thing when it comes in, because I'm gonna have to announce you as the winner, and then that way people know you got it, and we'll get that shipped out during the week to you. See, the contrast for me on the Space Marines, because they're predominantly blue, just works overall for me as a base. You just put it on, and then for me, I like it Only thing I don't like is it is super thin. So I tipped a bottle once on accident. I mean, I moved the brush and the tip of the brush caught the bottle and knocked it. That stuff spilled so fast. It ran down the desk so quickly.
That's how my first bottle of the
What?
black wash actually went. Accidentally bumped with my elbow and all over the place.
So I went to pick it up, stained my fingers pretty good, and I ended up having to go buy another bottle. So that's the only drawback I don't like.
That's the thing. I don't, now that I've worked with Citadel paints, I like that thick paint. That's my personal opinion. I mean, I can't even use some of our older paints, the Flames of War stuff. It's too thin.
Well, different companies, Vallejo and Army Paint and all that,
Yeah, new oil.
Nolan Oil.
Yep, that's what I did with the first one.
Yeah, she knocked one of those over, the tall pot.
Yep.
The big one, because so that went everywhere.
Yeah, that was fun cleaning off my desk.
That's the only thing I don't like about them. Otherwise, for my Space Marines, I like how it coats, and they all look the same. So that way. Now, on other stuff, it wouldn't necessarily work for what Ashley does because she adds a lot more color and flair to all the stuff she's doing. What are you looking at? What are you doing?
Hush.
Careful.
Because you painted these guys with that, right? Was this one that...
I think so. They should all be done. This is not.
This is not. This is one I've done.
Yeah. Well, oh, she wants to show something now.
The reason why I don't like it. All right, let's move his box.
But you're not the boss, so you know.
So this was painted with that transition. It's real dark. Where this one is actually just regular Space Marine blue. Those are my personal opinions. This looks a lot better than this one. Color-wise. I don't like this dark. I think they look better the bright blue.
But see that those older ones that I'm repainting, they come out really nice that way. So Mythos put his contrast paints and dropper bottles. Yeah, I don't.
I was thinking about doing that with the oil.
Yeah.
Because I have all those little bitty bottles. So these are basically the ones that he's refreshing back up.
See, they come out shiny, nice looking though. Well, that one's, I think, one of the older ones.
Yeah, this one's not done. It's that one.
And then there's the darker one. But see, now it is a bit darker, but it's.
Like I said, I personally think the lighter one's better. Just makes it look a lot better.
I understand that, but I can now reuse them. So
You could have used them before. All right, so he goes there. Switch this.
well, yeah, you're doing more airbrushing then. So
Yeah, we don't have an area for that.
with the airbrushing, I mean, you gotta have.
Oh,
thinner
speaking
stuff
of,
anyways.
D, I will try to get you that airbrushing set.
Oh, is Dee gonna try that?
Yeah, she wanted to try it. Instead of her going and buying an expensive one, she can just use the one I have.
And I would definitely make sure you have some ventilation because you don't want to be breathing that fine mist would get in your lungs and stick in your lungs. Maybe coughing and stuff.
So yeah, with him airbrushing, the little bottles would be a little better.
If you're getting an airbrush.
I just personally think those look better, the lighter blue, than the really dark, because that does have a dark, almost not black, but it's got some kind of dark blue wash in it. It has to. It just darkens them up personally too much for me. But look at all my guys, even my
You can't
Death Guard
check
are
them.
all bright and colorful too.
So everybody's got different opinions on the paint. So
I mean, out of all your guys, the black ones still up there look better. Out of all of them.
black. Oh, the Judicator.
The Judicator.
Yeah,
He is still badass looking. The one I've done. Actually, both of them look good.
Yeah, I like that color scheme. I guess I could do that to all of them, but then
You could, but then wouldn't they be a different, technically,
Chapter, I think,
chapter? I believe.
I don't know. But they're still coming out nicer, so it works.
And I'll get some pictures of these guys that I have done, because I have 10 of them done out of 15 of the Dakari that I will get up on our website or Facebook. And at least get a group of them. I'll try to knock out at least one, if not two, tonight while I'm at work. Try. Keyword. Try.
I don't need that right
Nope.
now.
So I got 5 left, so maybe I can get them finished before Sunday, and we can throw down a kill team.
Speaking of which, Mythos, the new kill team looks kind of cool.
I guess I'm getting orgs.
I'm playing with those too.
No, you wanted the little guys.
No, I said both.
No,
Yep.
one or the other.
No.
Yes,
No.
yes.
Nope. Nope.
Then you don't get either.
Too bad. I'm committed to it. So
I'll just hide the box.
no.
Oh God, he just mentioned you in a.
Oh no, Mythos, you mentioned me on Facebook somewhere.
No, I think that was Discord.
Yeah, speaking of which, you need to get in our Discord and say hi, sir.
Actually, I think
Or
he
you
is in
could.
it.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I thought he was.
I don't know.
No, that's Annex. It's
Yeah.
David. Never mind.
Which I'd like to get David back out here too. Uh-oh. So what did you say there, Mythos? So she's looking it up. That's not it.
That's not the right one. Why? Because I'm in the wrong.
Could be.
Hmm.
That new kill team. Oops, he said send him an invite. Oh,
To the Discord.
That's what. Why do you jump the gun and go off? I didn't even get a chance. I said, "Oh look," he said, "Send me an invite," and you're a Discord. Like,
And
yeah.
I'm not on their Discord.
Well, sorry.
That's fine.
I could rub it in like you rub things into me. How's that? All right. I will have to find that in a minute here, anyways. But the new kill team looks pretty cool. So just something for later. Okay, I'll check it out later. But we'll go ahead and we should probably end this so we can get dinner and stuff going too. My sister just moved into the area yesterday, so I'm going to go see her too for a little bit and try to get things taken care of.
Yep, we'll do that.
Oh, that's no problem there. What you looking for, Ash? So, before we go, we'll congratulate you there, Mythos. For what are you doing, Ash? I'm sorry, I don't know what Ashley's doing. She's kind of breaking the train of thought here, so I'm not sure what she's doing.
Just keep talking.
Do you have an oatmeal? Actually, Keegan bought 270 packs of Top Ramen at 3 cents in the store. He spent like $7 something. He got 200 plus packs. So
That's probably what we're gonna eat.
I'm guessing that's what we're having for dinner. Why not though? You can always throw some onions in it and spiff it up a bit. But I'm not quite sure. Hold on a second there before we go. What? Well, I appreciate you guys showing up. It's nice to have people show up. Mythos, I'm glad that you were able to come by too. All right, so what? Yeah, thank you guys for showing up. Remember, on the podcast, you can do that too. And Mythos, you talk to Freak and see if you guys want to come on our show
Yeah,
sometime.
most definitely.
Since we came on yours, if you'd like to, or if you want to drag us back onto your show, we'll show up again. I'm sure Commodore and T-Baggins and a few other people have things they haven't got off their chest yet.
That's surprising. T-Baggins didn't show up,
Well, he's probably working.
but normally he still stops in. That is weird.
He may not have been able to. You're welcome, Mythos. You guys have a good night. We're going to catch you later.
All right, guys, have a good night.